7th. I haven't updated you on how I've been reading this, but so far I am through, I think, the first like 5 short stories in How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. So far not too bad. This collection is actually really cool. Like, a lot of it is very fantasy and sci-fi related. I feel like at this point where I'm at, which is about 150 pages in, we're looking at like a 4-star collection so far. There's definitely been some short stories that have been a little meh for me, but there was a couple that I just recently read yesterday that I really liked, and so they were more like 5-star stories. But so far, like, I think NK definitely has what it takes to write a short story. And I really appreciate too how some of these have distinct feelings toward certain stories that we know. Like, obviously there's some stories that, you know, are just by themselves, but then there's like a couple where it's like, oh, this could be a part of this series, or this could be from this series in particular, you know, stuff like that. So really liking it so far. I'm still trying to get this done before the live show, which is next weekend. And I'm running low on time. So anyway, we're gonna get continuing through this, and I'll update again when I've got to maybe like, I don't know, probably through a few more of the stories, because like this is a really hard thing to like constantly try to like check in on, because there's so many different like stories in here, and I think I'm not quite through half of them. Like, I've read 7 stories out of the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 stories. So not quite halfway through all the stories, but yeah. I don't know how exactly to like do a vlog on this, because like I don't want to come in after every story. But at the same time, like, I want to be able to update you guys like as I'm going. So I'm going to kind of just read a few more stories, and then kind of once I get maybe to the halfway point, like I get through the 11th story, you know, we'll check in again, see how I'm feeling. But so far we're looking at like a 4-star collection, which is not too bad. I feel like that's been pretty much my go-to rating, is like 4 stars, because like I really like a lot of things I'm reading. They're just not hitting in the way that I would like for a 5-star. And so that's kind of like my like thought, is that if I really like it, but it's not hitting in a way that makes me feel like it's worth a 5-star, then it's not going to be a 5-star. It's going to stay at a 4-star. So that's why like you'll see a lot of 4 stars over the course of this year in particular, because I am really being picky about what is going to be a 5-star for me. But 4 stars are really good. They're basically books that I really like and would recommend. They just, for some reason, for me, didn't hit in the way I was wanting them to. So, not too bad. But we'll check back in, like I said, about halfway through and see kind of how we're doing. And I'll just check in with you guys later. And by later, I obviously meant not at all until past the point I've already finished the book. So yeah. No, the collection, like I thought, gonna be like a 4-star. Some stories I really liked, some I kind of just was like, whatever, don't really care about this, yada, yada, yada. There was one, though, that I'm really excited to find out more about, which it was The Narcomancer, which that is, I believe, from the Dreamblood duology, which we are starting off with in September, which I'm really excited about, because that was a very intense story. It was very kind of dark and gritty, and I'm interested to know more about the world of the Dreamblood duology. Most short story collections for me end up in this way, where like they're never perfect. There's always at least one story that I'm not as much of a fan of. I think it's going to be very, very rare if I find a story collection where I'm going to love every single story. So until further notice, they're going to basically all be 4 stars. So this was not that bad, though. Like, I definitely feel like I found some really good gems in there. I would like to be able to reread some of them after finishing the other stories that we have for NK's work, because like there's a couple that I would be willing to bet are from or are inspired by, basically, or were created after, or were created and then expanded on within like the City We Became duology, for instance. There was a couple short stories where I feel like they had something to do with that series. So very excited to see how that's going to go. But essentially from there, what we're going to be working on in September, like I said, is the first So basically from there, in September, we're going to be working on the first book in the Dreamblood duology, which is called The Killing Moon. The live show, though, for How Long Till Black Future Month is going to be on this coming Saturday, which is the 2nd of September. So make sure to join me at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a little discussion on How Long Till Black Future Month. I hope you guys end up really liking it. I hope that it had some good stories that, you know, you guys really enjoyed. And I'm excited to talk about what everybody's favorite short story out of it was. But if you want to share with me and you couldn't make the live show or can't make it at all, let me know down in the comments below what your favorite short story was out of the collection, if you've read How Long Till Black Future Month, and what you're excited for in terms of like possible future projects that NK could do out of this collection. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.